My name is Jesus Morales.
My name is Tanya Sueta.
My name is Rosanna Bahashish.
My name is Irerian Sueta Carrasco.
My name is Rigo. I am 23 years old. I am undocumented.
Unafraid.
Unapologetic.
Well, to be honest, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't have any means to pay for school, and for a while I was unemployed.
I was really in denial about my status and about the fact that I need to do something to change it. I always thought somebody will do it for me. I realized that there's a group of people who are dedicated to this cause.
So the Immigrant Youth Justice League is a group of young people. A lot of us are undocumented, but we also have allies there.
We're using this as a way of empowering ourselves and also sharing our stories and giving a face to this issue.
Most of us have been living here for a very, very long time. I've been here for 17 years. When people have families, right, they often have to make very tough decisions about what they want to do. Or parents decided that in order for us to have a better future, they needed to move to a different country. I don't think that it's an easy decision. I don't think anybody ever says, oh, I'm going to go to the US and be undocumented.
I think it's not really an option for me to go back to a country where my parents immigrated from. I think even though they were older when they immigrated to this country, it's probably not an option for them either. We've been here for 18 years, and so this is our home. My parents were just kind of waiting and hoping, but that's not me. I want more than that. I don't just want to, be okay with what I'm given. I think we're at the age where it's our decision whether or not we're staying in the country or we're going back to the country where our parents immigrated from, and we're not going to apologize if we decide to stay here.
We're ready. Are you ready?
I wrote this on the language, no different from my friends. Except I don't have papers. My parents always told me, tengo orgullo de tu mente. Acepta la opportunities que pasen por el frente. Undocumented. 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 Undocumented.
March 10th is sharing our stories and publicly coming out as undocumented. To kind of step away from that fear that for most of us as children, we were kind of instilled, never share your status, you might be taken away.
Back then, I didn't know what deportation or being undocumented meant. I later found out that deportation not only meant going back to a country that I no longer knew, but also being separated from my family. I am no longer afraid of people finding out my status. I am not sorry that I was brought to this country for a better life.
I came to this country with my mother and sister, following my father, who, like many others, has been working in this country for many years. I want to keep on developing myself in order to do better things and do bigger things, but I am not allowed because, like many others, I wasn't born in this country. I am sick of being treated like I'm less of a human.
Many times I felt inferior to my citizen friends. In my life, I have developed this confident mindset that no matter what, even my legal status, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna succeed. I want to become an actress. I want to become a math professor. Pero la realidad es, I have no social security number. This reality angers me. Not that anger of revenge, but of desesperación.
To all the dreamers out there in my community, to all the young people hiding out in your bedrooms, wishing with all your heart that something would change, that this country would finally recognize you as an American. You can't wish for change, nor can you go at it alone. In the Asian American community, we don't talk openly about being undocumented in fear of bringing shame to our families and ourselves. But refusing to address a problem that plagues us too doesn't make it go away.
18 years ago, my parents immigrated to this country. They left their family and the lives they had built in Mexico. They took a leap of faith in hopes of raising their children in a land of opportunity.
I spent years in denial, keeping my head down whenever I was told I don't belong here, that my parents are criminals, lawbreakers, take advantage of the system. I was ashamed. I, with my head raised high, can finally look at my parents in the eyes and tell them, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I'm constantly asking myself, what's next after high school? I want to go to college. I'm scared of the future, and I'm scared standing in front of everyone today. But it's even scarier to struggle alone and to live in a life filled with lies. My name is Osvaldo. I'm undocumented. I'm crossing the border of fear right now by telling you who I am. This is my home. This is where I belong.
My accent is from Chicago. Everything I have learned reminds me of this city. This May, I will walk across the stage to receive my university diploma. As much as I want to say that I'm excited, I'm not. I'm scared. Scared that my bachelor's degree will be nothing but a piece of paper. This shattered immigration system has held me back long enough. And I speak English just as well as you do. And I understand that you're afraid of change. But I'm not leaving.
After the 9/11 attacks, I remember hearing the whispered tones of the elders in the Arab Muslim community discussing undocumented immigrants leaving the country in fear of discrimination and uncertainty. It wasn't my brother or watching friends and family disappear from my community that sprung me into action. Hearing other undocumented youth come out, that's what made me make my choice.
I came out of the shadows. Since then, I have found a community that accepts me for who I am. I no longer have to hide. I am not ashamed. I know I have a voice. I
Seeing
know
all of these people say, you know, I'm undocumented, but I'm not afraid anymore, you know, changed everything for me, because for the longest time I've been ashamed of being undocumented. I've been afraid of even saying the word undocumented. I never really wrote it down because I never wanted to admit it to myself, and I always felt that it was my fault and that I should never talk about it.
When we say coming out of the shadows, no kidding, it's like having a huge cloud over your head and just being able to remove it. And the fact, even though you're still undocumented, it's a huge relief to be able to share your experiences with someone else and to be able to work with them towards a greater cause. It's not only just a huge relief, it pulls you out of a deep depression, out of a deep denial, and it makes you part of something that's greater than just yourself.
I don't want to just be a part of what exists now. I want to actually work towards creating something that is more inclusive.
We believe enough in the democratic system, and we have faith enough in it to know that we can change it. And we know that we are Americans, and that the only way to give back is to be allowed a path. I want a chance to embark on that path.
De árbol para tu cabeza, libro abierto, tu vida en mi puerta, casa abierta, la amistad no cuestiona tu credo, a la tierra le gusta que amemos, sin distingos de culto y bandera, casa abierta, casa abierta. Thank you.